welcome back to Apologies for Ace Attorney. We're going to be doing the second testimony of Ogre Orly. The game began with 3,500 points and chips for each man. Are those the usual starting points? Were any special rules used?
No special. Usual game, usual rules.
If each man began with 3,500 points, then the total would be exactly 7,000 points.
Please, this isn't calculus. It's not even long division. Alex chips come in two sizes: large, small, and large. Well, the chips in this photo are the chips that we used.
Of course.
Something's fishy with these chips. Ha ha! Should I press harder?
Sure.
Yeah! Maybe you can explain a bit about these chips.
Explain. What is there to be explained?
Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not the chip off the old block. Not a motorcycle chip. Ah! Thanks. Now if I pressed you, I better ask you something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even?
Yet, as I have been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. Two types of chips, 100 points chip and 1,000 points chip. It is not money, da.
Justice? Don't you find her comment interesting? In more ways than one, sir. I'd have it added to her testimony myself.
Well, does the defense want the witness to add to her testimony? Yeah!
Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony? I wish I knew where I was going with this.
Very well. Witness, if you would be so kind.
Your Honor. One kind of chip is worth 100 points. The other kind was worth 1,000. Two kinds in all.
Mr. Gavin said that this testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why.
Mr. Justice, do the court a favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. We are not in kindergarten.
Sorry, fine. I better think of something to ask. And quick. The two types of chips,
Da.
the small ones are 100 and the big ones 1,000. Right, of course. Ha! Don't waste our time!
Is that all?
Yeah? Great. Mr. Gavin made me stop her, and now I'm the one who looks dumb. Oh, Justice, please try not to embarrass me like that. Who? Me? There's a clear contradiction in the information you have in your hands. What? It's a simple matter of calculation. Go on, try it. We're not in kindergarten, after all. Calculation? Math? The one who was winning? Yeah, it was a victim. You're telling me that Mr. Wright, undefeated for 7 whole years, was losing?
Da. It must have been most unlucky day for him. I am glad I did not take out a picture of him. It would break camera, certainly. The chips, they wouldn't always do victim side of table.
So, you're telling us it was a one-sided game?
Da. One-sided then.
For the last time, the defendant played with all chips on table and lose. Last hand.
It was the largest points of any hand. The defendant's hand. It was excellent. He tried to use it to take victory from behind.
It appears that both the defendant and the victim's hands are in this picture. And Payne, I took victory from behind on your wife last night, Payne!
I swear to fucking God, Your Honor, I'm gonna fucking jump over this fucking table and go straight after you! But for now, I can't do that. I have arthritis.
That is truly an excellent hand. Something else I also said to your wife last night.
I swear.
However, so is the victims.
For my evidence, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
One with highest number wins, who defendant loses.
The victim, Mr. Smith, had a stronger hand than the defendant and crushed him! I believe that explains what occurred next.
Once cards laid down on table, it happened.
The moment the loss was decided, the defendant grabbed the bottle from the table and... And? What happened next?
Even to think of it now, I shake and tremble. I do not believe such thing would happen.
What such thing?
Please, you must believe. I had no idea. How could such thing occur?
What such thing?
Niet. The defendant had been eating victim. I saw it all happen right before me. I saw bottle coming down on victim's head.
Decisive, isn't it, Your Honor? My witness saw the very moment of the crime. And my witness was in the very moment I bashed your fucking skull in!
Shut the fuck up, Payne.
Remember, your first goal is to gather information. Yes, sir! Look out, contradiction, here comes justice. Alright, what am I doing? Remember, might have to do some calculations.
Okay. Began with 35,000 points for each man. 7,000 total. 100 points, 1,000 points. Yep.
The one who was winning, it was a victim, and that's basically it. That the victim won and the defendant lost. So you got 3,500 points for each man, and then one chip is worth 100, the other is worth 1,000.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay, so I can look here and see.
yeah.
All right, so we got 1,000, 1,000. Wait, what the hell? One chip's worth 1,000? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. Wait, that can't be right. There's 7,000 points total, but one of them is worth 1,000. The large one's worth oh, never mind. It's the small ones are 1,000 then. No, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6. Oh yeah, it is 6,000. Okay, so the red ones are worth 1,000. So, oh shit, this motherfucker was actually winning.
Oh! Did I choose the right one? Yes. Sure it was the victim who won?
Yeah.
Absolutely sure? It seems that your attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten!
Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court?
Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course! Duh! Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. The totals? Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips. And the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points.
Yes, if my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88, you're gonna see some serious shit.
My wife's like 20.
Let's see, 3, 1, carry the 5, just like Payne is carrying my son.
They are? What? What? Since when? That bitch!
Since last fucking night, boyo.
They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. The big chips are worth 1,000 points, and the small chips are worth 100. And you have them up. How much is it? Do it yourself. You want in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
Why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why.
Right. There's only one possible way to explain the contradiction.
Well, chip count. Well, chip count and starting. Wait, starting points are wrong. Chip count was wrong. Starting points. Well, no, it's just the chip count. Starting points. Like how many they both started with. Oh, that's wrong. And the chip count was wrong. So yeah, both. Wait, what? No. Hold on. Chip count was wrong.
Okay. Now, what I knew is the number of chips. Right? Right, Miss Kevin? Why are you asking me? Just in case? Justice, it's your case I'm concerned about. If you're wondering about the chips, just look at the photograph. It's all there. Even our judge with his failing eyesight could count them. It's not the only thing failing the judge.
Let me ask you again.
Alright, you were wrong!
I'm wrong. Starting points.
This calculation makes the answer clear. If the total combined points of the table is 10,600, then each man started with the night with 5,300 points.
5,300. That's a rather half-big score at which to start a game.
Justice, would different starting points really change anything? Huh?
It seems the defense's objection was even more half-big than the score.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna head back into the kitchen. Alright, you were wrong. They were both right.
What the fuck?
It's... I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, because you literally just decided that when you were counting the chips. They started with 7,000 points, and that's how you got the answer, is by thinking that, oh, each side is 3,500 points.
Right.
Yeah, so the
But
starting
we know
points
that
was right.
but Olga was wrong
Yeah,
about the starting point and the chip count.
No. The starting points is correct. It is 7,000. Each side has 3,500 points. It's just that the big chips are worth 100 and the small chips are worth 1,000. If you think like that, then they add up.
Yeah, but they were still wrong because she thought that they were different amounts.
She never told us that. Payne interrupted her.
Oh,
She never
right.
said that.
Right.
She never said that the big ones were 1,000.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Each man began the game with 3,500 points. The chips are all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, and there could be only one answer.
Well, what is it?
The value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones.
Madness! Utter madness!
Show me that photograph of the chips again.
Show me that fucking water bottle that's in there. That's next to the dead bodies. Okay.
Ew.
There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up.
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself. Didn't fuck up twice, of course. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing!
Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips still.
Exactly. The small chips are worth 1,000 points, and the large chips are 100. Let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table.
The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points, and the defendant had 4,100 points.
Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible!
My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning!
Ah!
Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Would you?
Order! Order! It appears our defendant has lost his motive. And Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether we didn't read the rest of the line. Excuse me, what is it, Miss Orley?
I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see,
See what? Miss Orley, what do we see?
in the last hand, there was cheat. Cheat.
Cheat? You don't mean Frank? I mean a trick?
Hey, no. Wait, or do you mean a scam like this Cusco-looking motherfucker over here?
Oh, fuck you with your shitty fucking beard.
I have the best goddamn beard you have ever
That
seen.
fucking beard, that's fucking fake. There's no way at your age you have that fucking
Come tug
beard.
on it like your
You-
wife did last night.
You don't- What the?
She was tugging on more than this beard last
Why do you
night.
think I have this hair, alright? They're the same thing.
Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That is why I came in with chips as they are.
Great. That's great. First, we have lying, now cheating. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. Something interesting.
Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
The last hand, both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
Miss Orley, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled the cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers.
A full house is a very high scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics.
Mr. Gavin? What's a full house?
Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker.
I can't say this bodes well for your case or career.
What is it, some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice, you know how the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a kind. Good. Now picture a hand with a 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. That's a full house. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it?
You can see each player's hand in this photo.
Well, we both have full houses.
You forget, there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
Ahem. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat?
When they're being conned.
God damn it. I swear.
Con!
Alright, fuck. God, that's my wife's favorite movie, so how did you... Oh, yeah, that's how you knew. Okay.
Last hand, both men had full house. Just how hard is it to make a full house, anyway?
It is quite hard. It is making a pair and 3 of a kind at the same time.
I guess that's right.
Very difficult to be sure. You can take my word as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
Very difficult, but it's not impossible.
Okay, full house, hard. This line of questioning, a waste of time. There was 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. 4 of each card, you say?
There is 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each card. It is interesting fact that this number 4 comes from number of seasons.
Huh. You don't say.
And did you know that the cards are numbered 1 through 13? And all the cards in a deck, and you get 3, 6, 4 a year!
You don't say. Is that one day short?
That's why each deck has 2 jokers. They say the second joker stands for the leap year. Thus, you have a perfect representation of the year, all in a deck of cards.
You don't say. We're going to be in this courtroom for a year if it keeps going like this. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. How was it clear?
Well, the defendant, he played the 5th ace.
5th ace? This is the 4th ace!
I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand was 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's 2.
Obviously, cheating was a fault. Or perhaps I should say, a hand!
Your Honor, perhaps this could be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke.
Very well. The witness will add this detail to her testimony,
Oh, this
please.
fucking court's a joke.
New statement?
Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces and Mr. Wright's 2. It is 5 aces in all.
A 5th ace.
This would not exist, no? I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's 2.
Well, where did this card come from then?
Perhaps we should ask the defendant that very question. Adding cards to a deck is no less serious taboo than fucking my wife under bullshit evidence on the court. Hold on!
Now, perhaps it's time for you to say something, Justice.
You bet I have no intention of staying quiet. Not me, no sir.
I better find some contradicting evidence fast. The next moment game becomes argument, then defendant's trick and works like exposed. Do you recall what the men were arguing about?
I believe so. The victim, he shouts, "You are cheater." And then the defendant shouts something like, "I have objection."
Shouting objection, eh? Old habits are hard to break. First he bluffed his way through the courtroom, now he bluffs his way through life.
However, Mr. Wright lost the hand. That seems to be to cast a shadow of doubt on Mr. Smith.
Humiliation from losing even when cheating. This is what set fire to defendant's heart.
So, what did the flaming defendant do next?
He took bottle in his hand, poor Mr. Smith. By bottle, are you referring to this?
The defendant uses this bottle to
His behavior is an admission of cheating by the defendant.
But why use a grape juice bottle?
You'd be surprised at what can be used as a weapon.
This juice is recommended drink of Porsche Bowl Club. This year's vintage is so remarkable for its hefty flavor.
Hefty enough to brain a grown man, apparently. First she says it was a serious competition, now she says there was cheating. Justice, notice anything odd? The testimony keeps changing. Now she says the defendant cheated. Actually, yes, I had noticed that. Let's get to the truth about this cheating first, shall we? Right, leave it to me. Alright, what am I doing?
Last hand, both men had full house.
Yes.
There was 4 of each card in deck from ace to king,
Yes.
besides the ace. Hand 3 here too. It is 5 aces in all.
Yep.
The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed.
Yep.
He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
So, of course, cause of death was brain hemorrhage from the blunt force trauma. Here is the first photo. The murder weapon has Mr. Wright's print on it, upside down, of course. Phoenix used the phone to call from the first floor of the building. Here's them chilling out. Here's what the cards look like.
Yes. Yes.
And then the final crime scene, final crime photo. He looks like
Yep.
the Avatar. Alright, so what are we
Alright.
doing?
Well, let's see here. He took bottle in his hand. Bottle in his hand.
Both men have full house.
Okay, we did. That's true.
Do a
4 of each
deck.
card deck, except for the ace. Yep.
Uh,
And
the
Mr.
Smith
Red
has 3 aces, and Mr. Red had 2 aces.
Can I look at the picture of the cards again? 2, 2. Ah! No.
No! Yeah! 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 No! My water. Ah, fuck! It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name.
Look! This piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony!
That's the photo of the chips, is it not?
Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
Don't you dare.
Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo. What particular point?
Fuck! I pressed the wrong button. Right here, of course. It's the middle of the table.
Where? What the
What
fuck
the
are you
fuck-
talking about, Apollo?
Good question. Never mind. Oh, fuck. Sorry.
You know, I never put my finger in the wrong place with Payne's wife.
Oh, what the God, that was his mistake. Why the fuck are you coming on me?
Cause fuck you, Payne.
Oh, for fuck.
Alright. What is...
The fact that that he doesn't have 3 aces.
He has 3 kings.
Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only had 2 aces!
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question.
Look at the fucking evidence, Payne! As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating, alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom! With the judge! Alright, I'm on fucking Payne's side now.
2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of
Cheating. Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating. I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day. You like to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin? Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
what might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards.
The cards?
Mr. Payne,
Yes?
players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well. The prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards?
If these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is most suspicious?
I would say the victim's hand.
Okay. If it was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony, the defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards.
Very well, Mr. Payne, if you would.
Very well.
Well, time's a wasting. Get to it, Justice. Yes, sir. When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all angles, from sides and angles. Try using turn it every way, which way, and zoom in and out. That should give you a better perspective on the case. Okay, let's do this. Turn them around and... Oh my god! What? Your Honor! Look at this. One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color. Huh? Ah!
That's impossible. But I put the card in right hand.
What was that, Miss Early?
No, Miet. I mean, he said, I have...
Your Honor?
Mr. Gavin, yes.
Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker?
Well,
You are
to cheat.
quite familiar cheating. I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer.
Ah!
Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orley, she's the cheater? A professional, I'd wager?
Order!
Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. I mean, of her mistake. Your Honor! Please recall the testimony we just heard.
That's impossible. But I put the card in right hand.
Ergo, Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith! Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What?
Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the Miss Olga Orley? Are you?
Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident, and if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am guilty. The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. The fuck? She's... Oh, shit. I killed her.
Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley?
It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice?
Your Honor,
It seems you presented a new possibility to the court, one suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
and that means...
This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
What?
I did it. I held out.
I see no point in prolonging the trial this day.
The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
Mr. Wright?
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous!
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Like I got to the bottom of Payne's wife, am I right?
God damn it!
Waka!
Fuck, I'm gonna fucking kill you! God damn it! I just can't. I don't know how to get up there. How did you get up there? Ah, well, fuck. I can't get. Hey, you wanna help me, Phoenix? Fine. I'll just go home and fucking bathe in my sorrows.
I bathed with your wife last night. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night.
And we will do that in...
The next
Thank you
episode.
for watching this episode of Apollo Justice. Make sure to like, subscribe, and be notified. Thank you,
Every single day.